Press start to begin.
3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Super Bonus Round. We're back with more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. I'm your host, John Mugiwara Jam, joined as always by my co-host, Jab Peanut.
Hey!
And Rich Remusu 767.
Yes.
He's in the plant. I thought we ran out of places.
Good morning, Max. Oh, yes. Good morning, sweeties.
Good morning, Groomer. You don't seem like your usual sparkling self today.
I applied for a job at PetSmart, but I misunderstood the application. I'm always like this before I go out in front of an audience. I'm working up to it. Chee-hee.
Oh, I think I knew it.
It's his unabashed victim. Don't get nervous, Maxie. Here, have a glass of milk. Regina! How fabulous, my sweetie. My sweetie. Princess. You came to watch my performance today.
I came to watch your arraignment.
Of course I did. Mo told me that I should come watch this.
Oh, Mo said this?
Said that. So, what kind of performance we put on today? Let me guess. You'll fly at the end? Oh, it's not that kind of show. Isn't that right, my sweeties? Huh? I think my sweetie pie princess doesn't.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to realize what's going on, or even where she is. Which makes you all the more heinous.
Well, Max, it looks like it's time to raise the curtain. I'll see you later. I'm just a member of the audience.
Next time curtain pulls up on him, it'll be in the electric chair.
Fabulous. Enjoy yourself out there. Good luck, Max. You're the best. Regina's different, don't you think?
Uh-oh, Austin, you're in trouble.
Top of the morning to ya. Everybody, let's get ready to get stuck in legal limbo. How low can you go? Apparently, for Max, that's pretty damn low.
Mo.
Top of the morning to you, Governor.
Top of the morning?
That's the ticket. Attack in the day starts with energy in the morning. The early bird gets the worm, but then again, worms lack higher brain function. Here, Max, I brought you a present. Have some milk.
This one definitely doesn't have poison in it.
Oh my, thanks.
So how are you today, right?
Well, I got the feeling today I'm going to face off against the real culprit.
You mean Acro?
Huh? You think he did it?
Be careful. He's used to putting his life on the line, literally. He's got guts to spare.
If all I've got to worry about is how thin the tightrope is, I'm used to it already. It just means I won't be able to press him like I can other witnesses.
What are you going to do then, Nick?
I guess today we'll just have to do without our usual psychological warfare. Today, we rely on evidence. It's the only way we'll get past Acro and the truth.
You're right, but it's gonna be tough.
Anyways, I want to make sure that Regina sees it all today. It's important. And she'll finally have to deal with the reality of what happened to her father.
You want us to make sure Regina watches?
Yes, that's why I brought her here to court today.
What's that supposed to mean?
She needs to know that when people die, they don't just become stars. I may be an old-fashioned clown, but I don't believe in people becoming stars.
The Lion King and showed you a load of shit.
December 30th. 10
Speaking
a.m.
of,
Oh, God.
speaking of,
District Court, room number 2.
court is now in session for the trial of Maximilian Galactica. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Defense is ready, Your Honor.
And before we begin, you know, after that last ordeal, you bake a cake with rum and nobody bats an eye. But you bake brownies with laxatives and everybody loses their shit.
Gee, Your Honor, I guess it really rubbed off on you yesterday.
The prosecution would like to revise its previous theory of events. What's the meaning of this? We have discovered a new witness, or shall I say, new eyewitness. One that saw Maximilian Galactica fly off from the scene of the crime. Order! I had a feeling something like this would come up. Due to this revision, we are now prepared to explain how the defendant flew that night. An explanation the prosecution will present if the need so arises. In fact, my detective stayed up all night creating a mock-up of the scene on my orders.
And probably unpaid. Poor gumshoe.
Very well. Please call your witness to the stand.
Time to get to work, or shall I say, time to walk the courtroom tightrope. Who the fuck let these birds in here?
Name and occupation.
Austin was Acro.
Oh, right, I fucking Kang Dingaling. But everyone calls me Acro.
Does everyone like to play with it?
I'm a proponent of bird flu. I'm employed as an acrobat at the Perry Big Circus.
Where was you the night of the crime?
I was in my room that night. That's you.
If you look at the map, you will see the witness's room is near the crime scene.
Yeah.
My room is on that's you.
My room is on the 3rd floor. The crime scene's below my window.
The night of the crime, the witness saw something quite shocking. Would you tell us what you witnessed?
Okay.
What I witnessed.
It was just after 10 p.m. and I was resting in my bed. Around that time, I heard a large thump noise from outside the window. Then, a few moments later, I saw someone flying right by my window. It was Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that's who it looked like. To be honest, when I saw that, I thought I was dreaming.
Bailiff, remove these birds.
The witness's testimony matches up exactly with that of the clown. If that's the case, there is very little the prosecution need add. Oh, let's let this to explain how the defendant disappeared into the sky that night.
Hold it! Before we get that far, I'd like to cross-examine the witness.
A foolish choice by a foolish fool who wishes to feel the foolish sadness of a sad fool.
Get a thesaurus, lady.
Then would it make that a thesaurus? A man must know the proper timing for things, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Just like your old friend, Mr. Miles Edgeworth did. Mr. Wright, do you have a problem with the witness's testimony?
In the words of Miss Von Karma, May I quote yesterday's proceedings? There's no way that actually happened.
Very well. You may proceed with your cross-examination.
What I witnessed. Rich went with the right statement, believe it or not.
Yeah, It was when... Keep going. Wait, right there. Right there.
Only saw him from behind. Correct, you press him on that. Hold it! The light in your room was turned off then, right?
Oh, that's true. I was going to bed after all.
So with the lights off, you were still able to clearly see a human fly by your window?
The safety lights lit things up enough for me to see.
You need curtains.
Well, honestly, there was only enough light for me to see the silhouette outside my window. It was a person's back, so I couldn't see the white roses on the front.
Did you see any of the other symbols?
I clearly saw the silk hat, as well as a cloak wrapped around his body.
I'd like to imagine that when the birds flew away, the bailiff pulled out a gun, threatened to shoot him.
I'm convinced that the person I saw was Max Galactica.
Never mind, he's a bad shot. Tweet, tweet. The more I press him, the less results I seem to get. Maybe there was something fishy with his latest testimony. Definitely is something wrong.
You only see... Well, he only saw the cloak.
There is a huge contradiction with the testimony that was just given.
If there's a contradiction, then prove it with evidence. She's right. Let's see some evidence. Do you have any evidence to support your claim of a contradiction?
There must be some
Wasn't
evidence.
there a photo?
There must be some evidence in that old silk hat we found. You claim to have seen the exact same thing Mo saw that night. Do you stand by that?
What do you mean?
The silk hat.
What about this silk hat? I saw him match his head as he flew by my window.
Well, you should have tried looking down on your window that night.
That would have been quite difficult considering the state that I'm in. Ableist. Just looking outside of the window was tough enough challenge for me.
That's a shame because you would have noticed the silk hat found on the scene.
That's a ringmaster's hat, right?
Nope.
Afraid not. No matter how you look at it, this is Max's silk hat.
Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Are you saying that Max has two silk hats?
No, this is a handmade, one-of-a-kind model made only for Maximilian Galactica. Which means, Acro, that you've been fibbing on the stand!
Order! Order! As always, it looks like someone just had to open their mouth before thinking.
Are you okay, Nick?
Well, I opened my big mouth and now I have to back it up.
How about it, Mr. Wright? What would cause this witness to commit perjury in this court today?
What do you guys think? I know the answer.
Was the real culprit?
He has a grudge? Or, really?
Your Honor. On this occasion, the defense accuses Acro himself.
On this occasion? Accuses Acro? What in the world are you accusing him of?
Obviously, we accuse him of the murder of Mr. Russell Berry.
Mr. Wright, are you serious?
Deadly serious, Your Honor.
Ha ha! I think your trips to the circus have served you well. You seem to have learned how to try and grab at an audience's hearts and minds.
Shame the clown couldn't learn how to do that.
Without too busy grabbing something else. Your Honor, don't allow yourself to be swayed by theatrics.
Do you think if he jerks it, it makes clown hawk noises?
Yes! Not better yet. Makes the skeeter.
And And then when
God.
and then when he ejaculates, it's just a spray of confetti.
Trying to wow the crowd with smoke and mirrors is the oldest bluff in the book.
John, you better edit that in when I say that.
Oh, God. Really? If you don't believe me, just look at the witness. He's calm enough for it to almost be scary.
And that's why I'm suspicious.
For the birds that keep for these birds that keep shitting in my court.
I'm the only one allowed to shit in this courtroom. You're staying rather cold. Oh, fucking bird, stop it.
Mr. Dingling, do you have any response to the defense's accusation?
I don't really need to say a thing, do I?
What do you mean?
Everyone, take a good look at me. I can't even stand up by myself, let alone leave the lodging house.
That's true.
I understand that Mr. Wright is just trying to help his client. But to do this by accusing me of murder of all things...
See, even a sliver of common sense makes it clear the accusation is ludicrous.
She's right. We're a pick on the disabled, you heartless cruel man.
Phoenix is a pussy head!
See that, Mr. Phoenix Wright? If you're trying to drum up support from the peanut gallery, that's how you do it. I've got a doctor's note to confirm that Acro is unable to stand under his own power. So she does have documentation. Maybe the defense is planning on making a claim to counter this as well? I can hear the defense now. Acro had an accomplice, which he could have. What do you say about this, Mr. Wright? Did Acro have an accomplice?
No.
Rich, what do you think?
What did? I think he did.
You're wrong, he did not.
Now then, this must be when we get to hear the name of the mystery accomplice.
Not this time, Von Karma.
What?
You're not gonna sucker me into this one.
What are you blabbering about, Mr. Wright?
There was no accomplice. Acro planned and committed this murder all by himself.
Order! Order! What are you getting at?
Way to keep them on their toes, Nick.
Now I'm gonna have to prove how it all fits together. I have to show how Acro murdered Russell Berry.
Can you do it, Nick? Can you really do that?
He's proved weirder. I know what I can't do. I can't stop now. If I stop attacking, I'm doomed.
Alright, then let's do it.
Mr. Phoenix Wright, if this witness is the killer, then his eyewitness account is all lies, right?
Yes, that's how that works.
Mr. Wright, I'd like you to clear something up for me. When the crime was committed, exactly where was Mr. Dingling?
Where else?
The lodging house?
He was obviously here the entire time.
At Acro's room. Well, no shit.
Pretty simple, huh? Acro wasn't able to leave the lodging house by himself. In that case, there can only be one correct answer. Acro didn't leave his room to kill the ringmaster.
But what? Are you nuts? What say you, Mr. Dingling?
It's an interesting theory.
Oh, I think I know where the bird went. That's it?
Considering and what you propose is impossible, yes, that's it.
Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
as the witness has stated, your assertion is impossible. As he is in a wheelchair, there is no way he could go to the scene or be the killer.
You've got a point.
It seems you've forgotten once again, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The defendant was clearly spotted at the scene of the crime.
That's true. Mo said that he saw Max, didn't he?
I still can't believe he killed Dr. Eggman.
Case.
It was a fly-by murder.
But Maya, it's still impossible for humans to fly.
Do you mind if I ask a question, Mr. Wright?
What is it?
I understand some of your logic. However, how do you think that I killed him? If I can't leave my room, I obviously couldn't wear Max's costume.
That's true.
How did he do it? That's the next course of this legal buffet.
Be careful, Nick. If you mess up here...
She's right. I can't mess up here. Gotta give this one some serious thought. I'm sure that Acro killed the ringmaster, and he did it while he was in his room. No doubt about it.
Trying to enlighten us as to how Mr. Dangling committed the crime, Mr. Wright.
Okay, so, Rich, do you remember the cause of death?
He tripped, didn't he?
No.
He was shot?
No.
Oh, blunt force trauma to the back of the head.
Yep.
So he must have threw something at him. He threw something at him, didn't he?
Oh, God, not the fucking Alan Wake owl!
The broken bottle.
No. I'm trying to find out where it is on here.
Oh, the bronze statue.
There we go.
Hey, take that! Oh, wait, hold on. That's right, I have to answer this question first. I'm gonna present some evidence.
So what did Mr. Dangling use to commit the crime of murder against Russell Berry?
Take that!
What's that? A picture?
It is indeed. The problem was with the item that's shown in the picture.
A bust?
It's quite a large bust, and because it is life-size, it is also very, very heavy.
Heavy?
Heavy enough to guarantee a certain death.
If you drop it from up high.
Especially if it was dropped from a third-story window.
Exactly. Ah!
Have you also considered that we haven't physically seen this yet either?
And the fact that even though Acro is in a wheelchair, notice how he is chiseled like the statue of David?
See? This is how Acro was able to kill the Ringmaster. With the force of gravity and Maximilian Galactica's ample bust. They knew. They had to know. They had to know.
Order! Order! So you're saying the bust fell onto the Ringmaster?
A rather simple crime. Even if you were stuck in a wheelchair, it would be incredibly easy to commit.
How could you possibly wheel a wheelchair with something so heavy? It's impossible. Have you seen the man?
Well, Acro is an acrobat. He should have more than enough upper body strength to carry something like the bust.
Mr. Dangling, how do you respond to these charges? Look at him!
Well, how could I lost for words?
No, he had one. He should be.
Oh my God.
He knows I'm getting close to. Don't worry, we're done after this. Well, Acro, you can't run away from the bitch!
I'd watch what I say if I were you, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What?
Your Honor, the physical health of the witness is material to this case.
Exactly, I agree.
Again, I demand that we get proper testimony from the witness himself. Testimony, you say?
On karma. He's just using this testimony as a rouse to stall for time.
Ruse.
The result, I thought ruse didn't have an O in it.
No, it's ruse. It is ruse. It's like, it's one of those weird OU pronunciations.
This fucking language wars. There is absolutely no need for such testimony.
The defense has its version of the murder. The prosecution has the right to respond. The defense's objection is overruled.
Why can't he see things my way once in a while?
Mr. Dangling, I'm sorry, but we need you to testify about your physical condition. If you have any doubts about your ability to testify, we can request expert testimony. The witness will have no problems. However, let's all be respectful towards him.
Thank you.
That woman will sink to any load to win a case. Acro's physical state.
I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bust.
I mean, look at mine.
I have strong upper body strength from working as an acrobat, and only my legs were injured. However, lifting the bus and looking out the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head. Thus, it would be unrealistic for me to drive the bus on him, don't you think?
I have no doubts in regards to this witness's testimony. It was impossible for him to lift the bust and stick himself out far enough to look. Not to mention that he could not have known the location of the ringmaster's head. A single false step would have led to even more severe injuries. That's what I was thinking. What is your opinion on the matter, Mr. Wright?
I'd still like to proceed with my cross-examination.
He's simply stalling. It's shameful, really.
I can't let her get to me. I gotta focus.
Also, some words are pronounced with the silent G, like nat, gnaw, and sign. But on that day in class, Angus got a new nickname. God damn it, with this court!
Gee.
Acro's physical state. Okay, so what does everybody see wrong with this? Suppose it could list something about this strong upper body, only the legs were injured, however lifting the bust look. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head.
Look through the evidence again.
Yeah, so about that.
Okay.
No, the location. Well, remember there was a chest outside that he was trying to pick up?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the answer. Objection! Acro. You didn't really need to lean out of the window, did you?
What are you driving at, Mr. Wright?
You already knew ahead of time where the ringmaster's head was going to be. Quite precisely, I may add.
Your silly hinting at things is pointless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Enough stalling. How about you show us some damn evidence?
But I did such a good job at hinting.
Yes. Hurry up and explain things, Mr. Wright.
Maybe you should take a look at this. Look at this. The key point here is the wooden box.
The same wooden box that the victim was found hunched over?
The same. The question is, who placed the wooden box here?
Who?
When Ben and company saw the ringmaster, they didn't see him holding the box, which means that this wooden box was already placed at the scene of the crime.
I have to admit that your theory makes a lot of sense.
The moment that the bus came falling down was exactly the same moment that the ringmaster lifted up this wooden box. Which means that the answer to all these questions is now crystal clear.
You mean... If the bus were to fall upon the point marked out by the wooden box...
There would be no way that it could miss the head of the victim.
No! Order! 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 This is unbelievable!
Finally, some of these loose ends are starting to tie themselves up. Now I just gotta keep going, and there's only one way to go from here. Forward. Did you guys also know that this entire time they never found a murder weapon?
So the next question I have is, who placed the wooden box at the scene?
It was Mr. Dinglington, of course. He connected it to a rope, and all I had to do was lower it down.
Ow, bitch! Allow me to whip some sense into you, Mr. Phoenix Wright! The ringmaster's head could have been anywhere when he lifted the box.
That's why the box was so especially made!
It's especially made?
Indeed. It had the most peculiar feature. The weight.
The weight.
The box is a remarkable weight.
Weight? According to the court record, it weighs 20 pounds.
Just to lift up this wooden box would have required...
Oh, I see. One would have to squat down, then lift it up with their body, wouldn't you say?
That's exactly what I was trying to point out. The box is also very large.
The box also has carrying handles on either side, doesn't it?
That's correct. To lift up the box, you'd have to squat down. Which means that no matter who you are, your head would be in approximately the same place.
Fool!
Want Daddy to regurgitate your food in your mouth?
Ah! Does he even bother to listen to me anymore?
I heard what you had to say. I must admit, I'm shocked at your imaginative skills.
Did you do it? Did you place this wooden box in the plaza?
Mr. Wright may have a vivid imagination, but I could never have done what he's proposing.
What?
Mr. Wright, do you recall the original location of Max's bust?
I remember. Of course I remember. It was on top of the table in the cafeteria.
Then what happened to it?
I'd like you to remember one important fact, Mr. Wright. I could not possibly leave the lodging house by myself. That means... You understand what I mean, don't you? I may very well have been able to drive the bus from my room. However, how could I have gotten the bus from the cafeteria to my room?
You see, Mr. Phoenix Wright explains that. Don't forget, you said there was no accomplice.
Ah!
Tell us exactly how the witness would have carried the bus from the cafeteria.
Yep, we definitely have a problem here, but this is no place to get perplexed. I've got to get my wits about me and prove how things happen once and for all.
All right, Mr. Wright, let's hear your explanation. How did the witness get the bus from the cafeteria back to his room?
I'll tell you next time on Super Bonus Round. So thank you guys again so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you like what you see. Bye-bye.
Monkey.